Welcome to All Souls, a Unitarian Universalist congregation. My name is Jessica Hess. My pronouns are she, her. I serve as your Director of Lifespan Faith Formation. Joining me in worship today are Reverend Amy Strano, Victor Fidel, Peyton Sutherland, Carlos Sofgio-Serio, Charlotte Ann Goodell-Koning, Cyrus Sachs, Dorothy Strano-Bennett, and Rachel Hannah Tappy. We have a full allotment of fabulous folks. We extend a special welcome to those of you who may be visiting us this morning. If you're comfortable, if you'd like to raise your hand so we can greet you more properly at coffee hour. No? Okay. There is a card in the front of the pew rack if you'd like to fill that out and pop it in the offering plate as it passes you by today. We'd love to be in touch. After today's service, you can join us for coffee and conversation and tea down in Reedy Hall, which is 2 flights down. There are a few things I'd like to draw your attention to today as you plan for the rest of your day and the weeks ahead. Our great book giveaway is a raging success already this morning. It is happening today and next Sunday from 9 to 2 out in the garden. You probably passed them on your way in. Feel free to grab some books, as many of them are no longer in print. Pride Sunday is on June 22nd here at All Souls and led by Reverend Susan Rack. We hope you will join us. The all religious education potluck picnic today is still happening, and I think we're going to make it to the park. So there's still time to grab a sandwich right after service. Meet us in the garden at 12:45, and we'll all go to Central Park together. All are welcome. So please take a moment to silence your cell phones. Settle your minds and hearts as we prepare for worship together.
Good morning. We have many special elements in today's service, and one is a chalice lighting. I know we don't often light the chalice here in the sanctuary, but it happens every week in religious education here at All Souls and in the sanctuary of many of our Unitarian Universalist sibling congregations. You may know that the symbol originated around the start of World War II, when the Unitarian Service Committee commissioned Hans Deutsch to create a symbol that could be stamped on documents to make official-looking paperwork to help Jews, Unitarians, and artists escape from Germany. Throughout the war, this flaming chalice was used to signal safe haven to refugees. Recently, I was curious about how the physical act of lighting the chalice came to be. With the help of Reverend Jessica, we found that it was a practice established by religious education, religious educators, and the children they worked with. So, in honor of religious education, our chalice lighting works come from our Director of Lifespan Faith Formation, Reverend Jessica Hess. We light this chalice as a symbol of both roots and wings. The chalice itself represents grounding, a foundation, traditions, and connection to community, which provide stability and belonging. The flame is a sign of freedom, growth, personal development, exploring new possibilities, and the ability to act in a world based on the strength gained from our roots. May we each continue our journey knowing that this community holds the connection and foundation along with the fire of commitment to spread our wings and grow, each in our own way, but ever knowing we are rooted in Unitarian Universalism.
Hello, my name is Charlotte Goodell-Koning. I began attending All Souls when I was 3 in 2012 after my family had first moved to New York City. I love participating in children's group and choir practice, and the Christmas pageants were always the highlight of my formative years. What I remember visually from attending service as a little girl are brief flashes of windows. I'd gaze out on the sun through the glass while the minister's voice echoed over a wrapped church. What I remember in my body is feeling I belonged to a collective understanding. The adults understood the words, and I understood the windows. Past the age of 11, I moved around for a couple of years and began to learn about myself by finding what I enjoy. I enjoy art museums where people silently admire human creation, and I can do so in peace alongside them. I enjoy standing in abundant nature where I can be still in admiration of God's creation and know the plants will grow all the same. When I returned to All Souls after living in Louisiana, I felt vulnerable. I was growing up and drawn to church, but I didn't know where I belonged in the city. I couldn't see myself in any one set community. Sitting in the pews on my first Sunday back in a long time, I knew instantly it was a personal homecoming. I felt like a little girl again, in awe of the grand windows and tender sermon. I had come home to the silent admiration of my elementary years, the same feeling I come across in everything I enjoy. I now understand the windows and the words and feel as though I belong in this community. At All Souls, we, like the plants, grow all the same.
Please join me now in reciting our bond of union. In the freedom of the truth and in the spirit of love, we unite for the worship of God and the service of all.
From all that dwell below the skies, let faith and hope with love arise. Let beauty, truth, and good be sung through every land by every tongue. Amen.
Please join me in the responsive reading printed in your order of service. We are a bridge. We celebrate our desires to spread our wings towards where we wish to fly and soar free. And thus, we make a bridge. We affirm our commitment to remain connected to those who are still earthbound and captive, remembering that a bridge may be a footpath or an umbrella. And thus, we offer a bridge. We acknowledge our own desires and our interconnections with one another. And thus, we build stronger bridges. We honor our own hearts and also the hearts of our neighbors, friends, and fellow inhabitants of this ever-perplexing world. And thus, we are a bridge.
Please join in singing hymn number 38, Morning Has Broken, in your program. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning. Praise for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where God's feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, Eden's soft play. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day.
Good morning. My name is Victor Fidel, and I am proud to serve as your deacon's vice president. The deacon's main role is to serve at the request of the ministers and the board. And I could not be more proud of our ministerial staff for bringing this to our attention. Rev. Jessica, Pamela, Kathleen, Amy, to highlight the importance of volunteerism at the church. A volunteer is someone who does something for other people from their own free will to help. It has as much agency as altruism, especially as these young people try to make a difference in the world, within their communities, within this church, and to the passage of time that we may not be able to see, but we will hope as they carry through. We, the deacons, present volunteer awards at the annual meeting in February when it's cold. But we would not be true UU deacons if we didn't break tradition and start new ones. And what better way to do so by recognizing a new generation of youth as they bridge and go forward. Bridging. We would like to present this first Bridging Ceremony Deacons Award to Carlos Sovji Osorio for his extraordinary contributions. Go ahead. I don't mind. Go for it. I'm just going to read the text here. It's kind of small. I'm glad that James Moskin has given me a large print copy. Carlos Sovji Osorio is a lifelong Unitarian Universalist starting at All Souls, D.C. He recently became a member here at All Souls as of 2025. He signed the book. Carlos has been a leader in youth group, has been worship associate, given the opening words and deliver a homily to the congregation. Carlos has been instrumental in our Soulful Giving event, as well as other forms of social justice activism here at All Souls. We, the deacons of All Souls, extend our thanks and gratitude to Carlos for his fine work for RE and religious congregation at All Souls.
There are more wonderful gifts to be had. I'd like to ask Reverend Amy to join me here. I want to take this time to honor the ministry of Reverend Amy Strano. She's been a member here since 1999 and was ordained by this congregation in 2008. Amy serves as Director of Spiritual Care for Mount Sinai Hospital, where she leads a large team of chaplains providing guidance and spiritual care. She graduated just last month with a master's in business administration from SUNY Oswego, all while being a parent of a graduating youth, a wife, and being our group leader for youth group. Personally, I want to thank Reverend Amy for helping me this past 9 months as I became a part of this community. I am forever grateful. Each week in youth group, Reverend Amy would set a beautiful makeshift altar, much like the one we have on this table, with a star-shaped bowl in the middle that held different stones, and invited each one to take and hold it as they checked in with something new, a gratitude, and a fun question. So in honor of this ritual, we are gifting you a heartstone to represent how much we love you. All of the youth have one in their bag to take as well. I need like one extra set of hands. And so the stones are made of red jasper, which symbolize grounding, protection, and nurturing. In gratitude of your service to this community, we'd also like to present you with this chalice. May your light shine ever bright in all the communities you serve. Thank you for being a true beacon of Unitarian Universalism. And finally, a fun question. Do you have a fun memory with youth this year you'd like to share?
Oh, they're just the most fun. I'm trying to think. Every silly question of what kind of pasta would you be? My daughter is giving me tips here. It is so fun to be with our youth. They are so smart and charismatic, and so every Sunday, just a joy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you all.
Okay, hello? Okay. The Summer Day by Mary Oliver. Who made the world, who made the swan and the black bear, who made the grasshopper? The grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who's eating sugar out of my hand, who's moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who's gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I've been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Thank you.
Took my love, I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Take my love, take it down. Oh, I climb the mountain and I turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide will bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide will bring it down. Oh, the landslide will bring it down.
Please join me in a time of prayer and meditation. Spirit of love, Spirit of life, source of what grounds us and lifts us, we gather this morning in gratitude to feel the earth beneath our feet, to sense the breath in our bodies, to listen for the quiet truth that lives within us, to feel the magic of this moment that we share together. We give thanks for roots, for the places and people who have held us, the communities that have shaped us, the stories and songs and struggles that live in our bones. May we honor the deep places and people we come from, even when they are complex, imperfect, or unfinished. May we remember that roots can hold us steady through the winds of change. And we give thanks for wings, for the courage to grow, to risk, to imagine new paths and possibilities. May we trust that still small voice within us that says, "You are ready." May we bless the leaving even as we bless the staying. For those of us in times of transition, graduating, moving, letting go, beginning again, may we feel the quiet strength of our roots and the rising promise of our wings. And for all of us, may we remember we were made to be rooted. We were made to fly. We were made to love. Let us carry this wisdom into the world and into our hearts with grace and gratitude and with love. Amen, and blessed be. Spirit of Life is a beloved hymn that inspired our theme today of Roots and Wings, and I invite you to open your hymnal and rise in body and our spirit. Spirit of Life, number 123. 123. Thank you.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wind set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
The practice of collecting an offering is a sacrament of this self-sustaining and self-governing congregation, which is supported by the voluntary generosity of all of those who join with us, in order to support our mission of transforming our own lives and of the world. The offering will now be given and gratefully received.
She's a rich girl, she don't try to hide it. Dimes on the soles of her shoes. He's a poor boy, empty as a pocket with nothing to lose. Sing ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na. She's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na. She's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. People say she's crazy, she's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Well, that's one way to beat these walking blues. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. She was physically forgotten, and then she slipped into my pocket with my car keys. She says, you've taken me for granted because I please you. Wearing these diamonds on the soles of her shoes. And I could say, ooh, as if everybody here knows what I'm talking about. As if everybody here knows exactly what I'm talking about. Talking about diamonds on the soles of her shoes. She makes the sign of a teaspoon, he makes the sign of a wave. The poor boy changes clothes and puts on aftershave to compensate for his ordinary shoes. And she said, honey, take me dancing, but they ended up out sleeping in a doorway by the bodegas and the lights on Upper Broadway, wearing diamonds on the soles of their shoes. And I could say, ooh, 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 as if everybody knows what I'm talking about. As if everybody here knows exactly what I'm talking about. Talking about diamonds on the soles of their shoes. People say I'm crazy, I got diamonds on the soles of my shoes. Well, that's one way to beat these walking blues. Diamonds on the soles of my shoes.
Hi, my name is Dorothy Strano Bennett. There is something quiet and powerful about roots. You don't really see them, but they're always there, reaching deep, holding everything up. That's how I think about my time growing up in this church. Before I could walk or talk, this Unitarian Universalist community was already a special place in my life. My mother, Amy Strano, joined All Souls in 1999 and was ordained right here when I was 10 months old in 2008. I joined the All Souls choir when I was around 7 years old, and although I loved singing in the pews of the Wigan Chapel, I was terrified to join the youth program. I was worried I wouldn't find friends, that I would be an outsider to a community that already existed without me. So instead, I'd go to service with my mom and then choir. That was until 5th grade. That year, I joined a program called Our Whole Lives, also known as OWL, which, if you aren't aware, is a curriculum that teaches age-appropriate information about human sexuality. But it did so much more than teach me about human bodies and minds. It actually gave me a space to interact and connect with others my age outside of school, and that set me on a path as someone intertwined with the religious education program here at All Souls. I went on to participate every year, including Coming of Age, a program that encouraged us to explore our beliefs during the transition from childhood to being a teenager. And I stood right here 3 years ago and affirmed my belief in the power of love. That experience brought me closer to myself and to the people in that group that I'm grateful to say are still some of my closest friends today. As I prepare to leave this long history of myself at All Souls and go off to college, I find comfort in something that my mom told me recently when I was searching for inspiration for this piece. Trees talk to each other through their roots. I initially laughed and mocked how it sounded like a strange conspiracy theory, but the more I thought about it, the more I loved it. I like the idea that no matter where I go, the trees in my neighborhood growing up or the trees outside the sanctuary are somehow connected. Whether I'm spending the summer in New Hampshire or starting college in Vermont, it's comforting to think that through the magical web of nature, there will always be a form of life that remembers and knows me. We are a part of the interconnected web of existence. And in a way, that's exactly what this church has been for me. Even if I'm not physically here every week, although I try my hardest, even if I'm off doing something that has technically nothing to do with Unitarian Universalism, I know this place and this faith are still a part of me. The people I've met here, the memories I've made, the values I've absorbed, even some without even realizing it. Like that network of roots, they continue to support me. That same root system of Unitarian Universalism extends to another tree in my life, Star Island. I've been going to Star Island since I was a year old and have grown up in their UU youth program. When I was 16, I started attending the Youth Empowerment Spirituality, also known as the YES Conference. This August will be my 3rd year at YES, and I'll be returning as the worship coordinator. Star Island is a place where I feel both so completely free and deeply grounded. I've been able to explore my emotions in a nurturing, supportive space, and even more importantly, I've helped try and cultivate that sense of comfort and belonging for others. I'll be spending this entire summer working on Star as a staff member alongside 3 of the very friends I grew close to here at All Souls in the religious education program. As I said in my coming-of-age credo, the power of love transcends everything in an incomparable way. Love grounds us. Love connects us. Today, I invite each of you to reflect on your own roots, the belief, people, and places that have shaped you, and to honor the ways that they continue to support you, even when you can't always see them. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Carlos Softro-Sorio. This past week, as I reflected on my experience as a UU, I was asked to think, what are your roots in this faith? I often thought back to fond memories of my time as a wee boy, being dragged out of bed and dressed up by my parents, forced to attend All Souls Church in DC alongside them. I am a lifelong Unitarian, having gone to church in Pittsburgh, in Maryland, and for the past 7 years, in New York City. As with so many things in one's childhood, I was deeply unappreciative of this experience my parents delivered to me. But I am able to understand it now. The indelible community shown to me as a kid, and the importance of striving to constantly improve it as an adult. So, what comes from this? What this looks like outside of this sanctuary? What grows from said roots? Tight-knit, smaller communities like this one have become a staple of my life, and probably the reason why I picked up Ultimate Frisbee and became more committed to ballet in high school. Both of those are also generally unpopular things for young people to do, especially young men, and I think a large part of continuing those activities has been the open, accepting, encouraging community I have found as a UU. I suppose when you are part of a somewhat niche thing, you become more interested in somewhat niche things. To a degree, I believe that is what, partially, has become the roots my parents have planted. The other part, the striving to improve and to stay committed to the faith and collective church, is a slightly more complex issue. Frequently, I find myself only close to my faith, thinking about my spirit, reflective of life on Sundays, which means there is only so much time for said roots to grow. I am so caught up in other things, other activities, that it can be hard to focus, to look inwards. As a result, I often feel like I am coming short in nurturing said roots, and therefore cannot grow my faith. It is one of many shortcomings I identified during the course of writing this. However, there are things I am proud of as well. Throughout my time here at All Souls in New York, I have seen change in many parts of the community, especially when it came to religious education, and it was oftentimes discouraging. Many times, especially during the pandemic, but even after, I felt like giving up on the community, no longer trying to be a contributing part in it or attempting to improve it. Yet in the end, I never gave up, and I like to think that all of that came to fruition these past 3.5 years with my involvement in youth groups in the greater congregation, and I am thankful that I did not give up. And that can be connected to my roots in DC. No matter how much I begged or complained, clipping on my tie, getting in the car, and being a devoted member of that congregation. This year, I felt more impassioned about increasing the energy and effort put into our youth by the church as a whole than ever before, and I hope that as the years go by, I am able to see more and more young faces in service, in youth group, and being voices in our community as well. These are roots I hope to leave behind for others to water, to nurture, to grow, and to leave behind for those that come after. While graduating from high school means a temporary goodbye, I hope that, just as my parents once did for me, other people of all ages may be encouraged to take time to understand and grow their faith, to plant their roots for whatever may lie ahead, and to constantly strive for a more spiritually connected community. I am ever appreciative of my experiences here at All Souls, and I am forever grateful for those that have helped me plant the seeds of Unitarian Universalism in my life. I only hope that they can continue to grow.
So many of you may be wondering, what is bridging and what does it mean? Unitarian Universalists recognize that the transition from youth to young adulthood is a moment to be celebrated, a process to be supported, and requires a lifelong commitment from all of us. We use the term bridging to refer both to the ritual used to honor this transition and to the process of leaving a youth community and finding one's place in the young adult community. The process of bridging is spiritually grounded and universally understood as part of the lifelong journey of truth and meaning. The particular vulnerability that comes with emerging adulthood calls for a more connected and intentional approach, which honors the fragility that comes with this transformational time in life. As we support emerging adults in this community, we will nurture empathy, building bridges between generations toward a life-giving embodiment of multi-generational community. When we dedicate a child in our community, we give them a rose with the thorns removed. Today, we will give each youth a rose with the thorns to represent the challenges that they may navigate in their life. Today, we have 5 amazing youth that will be bridging from our youth group into young adulthood. Would you please come join us now here on the chancel?
Each year, our youth service offers a powerful reminder of the passion, courage, and creativity that our young people bring to our Unitarian Universalist faith. And I just want to take a second to say Reverend Jessica is amazing in building our youth program here at All Souls. Can we just get a round of applause? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. And so today, we celebrate your journeys and your wisdom and your voices. We thank you for all the spiritual exploration, service, and community that you've experienced and brought to our life at All Souls. It's with pride and deep affection that I introduce each of these remarkable individuals who are bridging today. Carlos Safshi Osario. Carlos. Carlos, age 18, brings energy and kindness to everything he does, whether he's on stage as a skilled ballet dancer or on the field playing ultimate frisbee. He's graduating from the Professional Performing Arts School and will be attending Oberlin College. He's a member of our congregation, a graduate of our Coming of Age program, and his warm personality and uplifting presence has made our youth group special. Thank you, Carlos. Congratulations. Charlotte Ann Goodall Koenig. Okay. Charlotte, age 17, is graduating a year early from high school and will begin her college journey at CUNY while living at home for a year before transferring to another, perhaps out-of-state college. She has been a part of All Souls since 2012 when she moved to New York City. Charlotte brings a love of nature, filmmaking, deep conversation, and her Louisiana roots to everything she does. Her grounding presence and intellectual curiosity have been a joy to witness in our youth group. Thank you, Charlotte. Cyrus Sachs. Cyrus, age 18, is a relative newcomer to All Souls, having joined us about a year ago. They will be graduating from West End Secondary School, and their artistic talent is evident today in the fabulous fashion that they helped design and make in this fantastic outfit that you are wearing, Cy. Your thoughtful spirit and openness to connection beautifully reflect the heart of our Unitarian Universalist faith, and wish you all the best as you attend Mount Holyoke College. Thank you, Cyrus. Dorothy Strano Bennett. Dorothy is my daughter, and I am so proud of her. She is soon to turn 18 and graduate from Talent Unlimited High School, where she's specialized in drama and theater. She has long brought passion and leadership to our youth group. After participating in our Coming of Age program, she became a member of our congregation. She also serves as a youth leader in our denomination through the Star Island Youth Empowerment and Spirituality Conference. She will be beginning her next chapter at the University of Vermont's School of Nursing, bringing her spirit of care and love into the wider world. Thank you, Dorothy. And Rachel Hannah Tapp. Rachel, age 18, is a gifted writer, skilled debater, and a lifelong participant here at All Souls. She's graduating from Bard High School and will attend the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She also completed Coming of Age and signed the membership book earlier this year. She received the All Souls Deacon Award last year for her outstanding contribution to congregational life, and continues to offer a thoughtful and passionate voice within our youth group and our denomination. Thank you, Rachel. They are amazing.
We would like to now invite the parents and siblings of our bridging youth, any former youth group members, the young adults in our community today, and have you stand just behind them as a symbol of your support and to take part in the ceremony which will culminate in our benediction. You're now welcome to come up either side of the chancel. We are a covenantal community, bound by our sacred promises to one another, which affirm our commitment to love, justice, and compassion. We do this knowing that the roses of life often come with thorns. Community, do you promise to support these young adults as they enter life's challenges and thorns, offering care and compassion and the occasional Band-Aid? If so, say we will.
Youth group alumni, do you vow to embrace these young adults with open arms, guiding them as they navigate the path ahead? If so, say we will.
Families of these young adults, do you promise to provide a haven for them, allowing them to spread their wings while knowing they will always have a safe nest to land? If so, say we will.
We will. Carlos, Charlotte, Cyrus, Dorothy, and Rachel, do you promise to remember that you have deep roots within this community and Unitarian Universalism, and remember that your wings are strong and you are ready? If so, say we will.
No matter where your journey takes you, know that we are here. We're cheering for you and supporting your one precious life. May you always know what a gift you are to the world.
It is my great honor to officially announce that you are now members of our young adult community and our ceremony of bridging has concluded. Please join me in celebrating our newest young adults. And while we're standing and celebrating, stay standing and let's sing our final hymn, 298, Wake Now My Senses, 298.
Wake now my senses and hear the earth call. Feel the deep power of being in awe. Keep with the web of creation your vow. Giving, receiving as love shows us how. Wake now my reason, reach out to the new. Join with each pilgrim who quests for the true. Honor the beauty and wisdom of time. Suffer the limit and praise the sublime. Wake now, compassion, give heed to the cry. Voices of suffering fill the wide sky. Take as your neighbor both stranger and friend, praying and striving their hardship to end.
In our going, may God bless us and keep us. May the light of God shine upon us and out from within us, and be gracious unto us and grant us peace. For this is the day we are given. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Amen.